everyone. My name is Bailey, and I am a mental performance coach. I work with coaches and parents and athletes of all ages and all sports to help them improve their performance and find more joy in their experiences throughout their careers and lives. Today, I want to talk about coping skills, emotional regulation, and stress management. This might seem like a lot of different things, but they're all intertwined and they all play a part in impacting performance both inside and outside of sport. So we're going to start by defining coping skills. These are, in general, the tools and techniques that you can use to help regulate and manage your thoughts, feelings, and emotions when you encounter a challenge or you experience success. The ability to regulate and use your thoughts, feelings, and emotions will allow you more freedom in your sport and in your life so that you can find more joy, success, and enjoyment. So let's dive into emotional regulation. What does it mean and why is it important? If you only learn one thing from today's episode, I want you to understand that emotions are not bad. They're not the enemy. We don't have to get rid of them. Sometimes coaches, parents, and athletes think that we need to be void of emotions in order to perform at our best, but in reality, we can't just get rid of them. And just pretending like they don't exist doesn't really help anyone. We just need to learn how to use them, how to regulate the amount of emotions we're expressing and feeling, and to put all of these pieces together in order to feel our best. The same thing can be said for stress and pressure. We actually don't really need to get rid of stress and pressure altogether. If we didn't have some stress or pressure, that would probably mean that we didn't care about what we were doing, that it didn't matter to us, or that our environment wasn't challenging us enough to grow and progress and learn. We can think of emotional intensity, stress, and pressure in terms of volume, like when you're listening to music. For some athletes, they may want the music turned all the way up, while others want the volume all the way down, but most people are probably somewhere in the middle. Learning to adjust the volume of the music can be instrumental in athletes adjusting to their environment to find success. So now let's talk about how to turn that music up or down. I want you to think of a time when you were doing a task, could be in your sport or outside of sport altogether, but while you were doing this task or this challenge, you felt like the music was turned all the way up, way too high. It probably felt overwhelming, frantic, and out of control. Think of how your mind felt, think of how your body felt in that moment. Now that you've got that in mind, I want you to think of a time when you were doing a task and the music was turned all the way down or even off completely. It probably felt boring, robotic, and pointless. Try to remember how your mind felt and think of what it felt like in your body during this task. If we think about these two extreme examples, then we can start to understand the importance of needing to adjust that volume to somewhere in between those two ends of the spectrum. So now that we have those two examples in our mind, one when the music was turned all the way up, it was overwhelming, frantic, all of those things, and one where we felt like the music was turned all the way down, that it was pointless, boring, we felt like we didn't really want to do whatever we were asked to do. So we've got those two. Now we're going to talk about how to adjust the music. With my clients, I talk about the two main types of tools that we can use. The first one being body tools and the second one being like mind tools. So body tools are the things that we are doing physically with our body that influence how we feel. Mind tools, on the other hand, are going to be the things that we're doing inside our mind or with our voice that influence how we feel. So first, we're going to start with how to turn that music up, how to get that music louder in order to get more energy, to feel more focused, and to feel more ready for the task at hand. The body tools that we can use to help us turn that volume up are things like maybe it's jumping up and down or squeezing the muscles in your hands really quickly or by breathing quickly and forcefully. The mind tools, on the other hand, are going to be things like key phrases that maybe inspire confidence and power or that help you shift your focus to the behaviors you need to accomplish. Saying things like, I got this, I'm strong, words like drive, finish strong, get after it, those types of things. That's going to help you turn that volume up. Now, on the other hand, we're going to talk about how to turn that volume down. This is what's going to help you feel calm, composed, focused, and under control when that volume starts out too high. The body tools that we can use are slow, deep breaths, or specifically something like box breathing. Maybe it's squeezing and holding your muscles for about 5 to 10 seconds before you relax, or tapping slowly on your chest or on your leg. So these tools are going to be essentially the opposite of what we talked about to get that volume to go up. Now we want that volume to come down. A few of the mind tools that we can use to turn that music down are key phrases that emphasize your control and composure, or that remind you to slow down and focus. Things like saying breathe, pause, asking yourself what's next, or reminding yourself that you are in control. It also may help to remind yourself of the previous times when you were successful and what it felt like, trying to remind your body and brain what it feels like to be in control and composed. So we've got, on the one hand, when the music is turned up way too high and we need it to slowly go down, or when we don't have enough of that music in the background and we need it to go up so that we have more energy and to focus on the things that we're doing. So again, just remember that your emotions, thoughts, and feelings are not the enemy. We need them, and it's important to have a full experience in sport and in life, and those are pieces of that puzzle. They help us know what we care about, what's important, and they can give us energy and focus to perform our best. It takes practice to find out what level of volume you want the music at, and it might change day to day or situation to situation. So trying to practice these mind and body tools in your training sessions at practice are going to help so that you become more familiar and comfortable using them when you need them during competition.